Welcome. My live stream Tuesday, I think it's my third week doing this, and I'm super excited. Now I have a little more space in my schedule to be able to live stream regularly. Today, we are talking about 7 non-singing strategies that you can do to improve your singing voice without even singing a note. Doesn't that sound interesting? I hope it does, because I think it's very, very interesting. So we're going to talk about how to improve your voice in ways that you may not think are connected to singing. So if you're one of those people who you practice your scales, you do your vocal exercises and songs, sometimes for hours a day, and at the end of your practice session, you feel like you really haven't accomplished anything except for, maybe perfectly perfected how to do it wrong. If you're doing the same thing over and over again and it's not getting better, all you're doing is training your body to do it that way. Practice is repetition over and over again. And whatever you're practicing, you end up making it into a habit. So a lot of times I will tell students that are starting to work with me, don't do scales for a little bit. Let's do this functional work and get your body understanding how to better coordinate just in life. Then you can take this new coordination with you into the scales. That's the goal of what we're trying to do here, right? Is to get better. We want to be able to finish a practice session and feel like you're actually singing better than you were when you started the practice session, not just repeating the same thing and getting frustrated. Now, as a professional voice coach, for those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Crystal Barron, and I specialize in functional vocal training. And I want you to know that I understand this frustration. I've been there myself. I know how hard it can be to go through the same exercises every day and hope for a different result, but not really make any progress. The self-doubt that grows every time you try to apply what you've learned and then you hit that wall, it's super frustrating and can really get in the way of moving forward. So this is what we're going to look at. You're doing all the practicing that you know how to do, and you're not getting any better. If anything, sometimes you're getting worse. Your voice will be tired, or you feel like, well, that just accomplished exactly nothing but wasting a lot of time. So here's the solution. We're going to do things without singing. We have to fix what's happening in the body, the coordination. And here's 7 different things that you can do before you sing, while you sing, in between singing, that are going to help your voice find a better functional place to start from. Number 1. You're going to stretch. We are athletes. Singers are athletes. I love being able to say that. It's really just a coordination of muscles and different structures to do certain things in a coordinated way. So you want to be stretching your body. Stretch your neck, your shoulders, your ribs, your spine, your hips. Even do footwork. All of those things will get your body coordinated better in a general sense, so that when you try to do the very specific coordinations that you need for singing, your body can do them. It's not stiff and sticky and unable to do what you need to do. So that's number 1, stretching. Massage, self-massage. I mean, it's always nice. Wouldn't it be lovely if we could all just, get a massage twice a week? But there's self-massage solutions. I teach a class on laryngeal self-massage, and there's some very safe and effective things that you can do, not just for the larynx and the throat, but for the back of the neck, the shoulders, again, the ribs, the hips, everything that is going to affect you. There's self-massage that you can do that will, again, get your body in a more flexible, mobile state so that it can do the things that you're asking it to do. Range of motion exercises and mobility exercises. Most of us, we do repetitive actions throughout the day that then kind of get us to stick in whatever position that is. And these days, we're on the computer a lot. So we're very forward facing, and a lot of times we're slumped over if we're having to work on our phone. Then we have this really bad head forward, head down posture that can really create a lot of compensation on the back side of our body. Those of us that are anatomy geeks, it's the dorsal versus the ventral. So we want to do some stretching and mobility that's going to open up the opposite side of the body from where we're living all the time. So one of my favorite things to do is to just reach my arms back and make sure that they can still go behind my body, because I am always in this position, either on my computer or playing my piano, which had a little, novel entrance into the video a couple minutes ago. So doing mobility exercises, range of motion. You should be able to turn your head 90 degrees to either side so that you have full range of motion, ear to shoulder, things like that. Making sure that you have the full range of motion available to you. And, again, all the different parts that you're going to use for your body, your hips, your spine, your shoulders, your neck, your jaw, your tongue, all of those things, having a full range of motion and mobility and flexibility is going to help your body prepare to sing. And now here's some specific training that you can do. So this is number 4. We're moving into more training, specific training that's going to help your voice. Breath training. I know that you guys know, anybody that knows me, I'm a big breath advocate. I truly believe that most of us learned how to do it wrong in our singing lessons. And so we go back to the basics of anatomy and then making sure that we really understand what the different body parts are supposed to do. And then you intentionally train the breath, not while we're singing, while you're breathing. You train the breath on its own and in your everyday life. Cardio training is good too, but again, it only is going to help you if your mechanics are strong. So train your breath and you'll be surprised with how your voice just goes, wow, it's easier to sing now that I'm breathing differently. So that's a big payoff to engage in some intentional breath training. Number 5, balance training. I know this seems weird, but our balance is really, really important to our quality of life. And most of us are sitting more than we're used to at this point. And so there are some things, and we're also, mostly head forward. We're not used to walking and engaging in our life in different angles. And so our balance can be off, and that can really affect your voice. I'm not going to get into all the details of that, but there's a lot of neuroscience that is connected, and it's very important that we do balance training. So even just balancing on one foot, not even necessarily when you're singing, just balancing on one foot, and then balance on one foot with your eyes closed. It's surprisingly difficult, and doing just a little bit of this on a regular basis can then help your nervous system regulate better so that it can do all the things it needs to do to help you coordinate when you're singing. And then very closely related to balance training is proprioception training. Proprioception is a big fancy word, and basically it means that it's how you know where you are in space. So if I put my hand behind me and I don't see that my hand is behind me, and I wiggle my fingers, I know that my hand is behind me because of proprioception. It's another sense. My little Coco dog just woke up and decided she's going to play on the other side of the room. She's our cameo guest star every week, isn't she? So that's proprioception. Proprioception is what helps us know where we are in relationship to other people, in relationship to the earth, and other objects around us. So it's what keeps you from running into things, and it's what helps you regulate your speed when you're walking, so that you can adjust to your environment and know where you are at all times. And this is really, really important because our ability to accurately assess things within and without our body is crucial to being able to sing. In the world of proprioception, that's broken down into different subcategories. Interoception is the ability to sense things that are happening within our own body. Not just my stomach is growling, therefore I'm hungry, but you can feel pressure changes. You can feel the air moving in and out. You can feel your heartbeat. You can feel temperature changes, things like that. That's all interoception. Our ability to be able to differentiate when my stomach hurts. Is it because I'm hungry? Is it because I'm scared? Is it because my liver or my gallbladder? Like, there are now things I can tell when it's my gallbladder that's hurting as opposed to my stomach itself that's hurting, and it helps just kind of get to know your body, which is kind of fun. And that's within the last few years for me, actually. When I was younger, my stomach hurt. I couldn't differentiate what the different sensations felt. And having a strong sense of interoception and being able to feel what's happening in your body is a very powerful tool to help you self-assess what's happening when you're singing so that you can make adjustments and change. The opposite of that would be exteroception, which is feeling things outside your body, which is also important to us as singers because it's all working with the nervous system. So that's number 6. Number 7 is mindfulness. Mindfulness practice and being intentional in your mindfulness process, whether that's doing meditation, just doing self-reflection, sitting with your body and, like, what's my elbow doing right now? What's happening in the muscles above and below? How are they feeling? Am I tight? Am I relaxed? Is it free? Is it trying to hold me together? Just being intentionally mindful with your body. That's going to build the interoception and the exteroception. It's going to help self-regulate your nervous system, because we know that if your nervous system is in sympathetic state or fight or flight, you're not going to be able to learn anything new, and it's going to be very hard to make progress in your singing. So mindfulness is key to bring your body into a safe place, a sense of safety and non-threat, so that you can work on these very, very specific coordinations that are necessary so that you can make progress with your voice so that you're singing better. So these are 7 things that you can do that they're good for everybody, frankly, but you don't have to do any of them while you're singing. You do them to prepare your body to sing. And if you do these 7 things and then go sing, you may go, wow, I'm singing much better, and I don't know why. I hear that all the time. They go, wow, I'm singing better, and I don't know why. And I'm like, well, it's because we just did all those things that make you sing better without singing a single note. So here's the call to action for today. If you are ready to put some of these strategies into practice, you want to try them out, I invite you to start doing this intentionally and spread it out throughout the week. You don't have to do all 7 things all day, every day, but you can, because it's not going to wear your voice out. The more time that you put in for these, the better you're going to feel, the more free your body's going to feel, and the more cooperative you're going to feel that your voice is. So again, I'm Crystal Barron, founder of Crystal Voice Studio. I'm a professional voice trainer, teacher, and mentor, and a vocal health and recovery specialist. You can find me here every Tuesday at 9:30 a.m. Pacific time to talk strategies of teaching and learning singing, busting some vocal myths, and sharing tips on building a voice to last you a lifetime. I'll see you next week. Until then, learn better, sing better. Bye.